He's an ugly spud.
But he's carrying a rapier. And
am I able to tell what that shimmer was with a 22-inch spellcraft?
vanish.
So it was an actual like invisibility spell that caused him to appear there.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if it was like in teleporting an arrival there or something. Okay.
And he says, lay down your weapons and surrender.
Or what? Someone had to ask it.
Or we will make you surrender.
And who are you, good sir?
Now is not the time for questions.
Why not?
And his rapier is out, and it's time for everyone to roll initiative.
Look, you guys can start fighting if you want. I'm just gonna wait because I'm still asking questions.
You're coming with us, and that's all there is to it.
Us?
Presumably, like 5 more of these motherfuckers are gonna appear out of nowhere, and we're gonna have to book it. But let's try and kick this one's ass before it happens.
Yes, us. And you see a kidnapper
Called it.
come around the corner, and you see another one that just appears in the out of thin air. And he says, this is your last chance. Drop your weapons and surrender peacefully.
Oh, without proper introductions, I don't think we're gonna go anywhere with you. Just a warning, though, we worked for Count Lyles for quite a few years, and there's a reason for that. So maybe it's you who should drop in your weapon and surrendering.
Got 10 gold that says they don't give a shit.
And he takes a 5-foot step and waits.
I am going to hold my action and kind of see how this plays out before I do something rash.
Okay, he's going to come down to there and lash out at you with the rapier. And you readied an action? Or did you delay?
He's lashing out at me.
Yes.
Oh, that's not very cool. After he's gone, I'll take a 5-foot step and throw a bomb at him. Looks like he missed.
He did miss.
So now I take my action.
Yes.
Okay, so I will take a 5-foot step. And let's see here. Move combat tracker out of the way. Where's my bombs? There they are. Oh, hold on here. Sorry, I'm trying to. Hits. £11 of acid damage. And then does my initiative change to after Cultist Kidnapper 7?
Did you ready an action or delay?
Well, I delayed my action when it was my turn until I was going to see how this played out if we were going to
Okay, well, if you're acting
or
after
what.
Cultist Kidnapper 7, if that's what's happening, then you would be after him, yes.
Right, so, okay.
And Poppy,
You're
you're
going to
up.
put the damage ongoing thing to him? It's acid, right?
Yes, it is.
Right, I'm gonna quick draw my shield and toss it at Kidnapper 10.
You might want to remove
And
one of
miss.
those splashes.
Oh, sorry, we both did it.
Yeah.
Sorry about
I
that.
got it. Okay, cultist number 10 comes in, takes a swing at Poppy, and misses.
I'm going to start orating. Look, kids, you're wildly outclassed. Maybe you should go find somebody to take a nap with. I feel better.
And 27's gonna take a step. And he hits but does not confirm.
That's kind of crap.
And you take 5 points of damage. And cultist 7 takes 5 acid. And he's gonna take a 5-foot step. Try going after Eric. And does not succeed.
Maybe you should find a new line of work.
Okay, I'm going to take a 5-foot step to here and throw my acid bomb on Kidnapper 27. That hits. Take that.
That hurt.
So did that.
Payback's a bitch.
I swear, you're all a
Ooh,
bunch of
3
pathetic
damage.
amateurs.
Oh, that hurt so much.
And I'll keep orating to keep the spirits of my party up. I'll just lazily, poke this guy with my rapier. Who's next?
And 27 is gonna do a withdrawal action. And about this time, you see another one come from around the corner.
They're not just a bunch of amateurs. They're a bunch of incompetent amateurs and ineffective and just no style, if you know what I mean.
I was really hoping for a crit.
I take it
From
he's
the
firing some kind
dying
of bow
cultist,
now all of
sure.
a sudden, or does he have a ranged weapon?
So I will move 1, 2,
Is that a yes, by the way, Wintermute?
I'm
3,
sorry, I didn't hear you.
3, does he have a different weapon? Does he have a
4.
ranged weapon?
No.
So how did he try to hit me from there?
He didn't. The dying cultist 7 tried to hit you.
Oh, the guy who's dying is
Yeah.
what tried to hit me. Right, okay.
Okay.
You know, that's the one we probably should have tried to keep alive. I'm just throwing that out there.
The
Okay.
27 that just died?
Yes.
He's dying. He's not technically dead.
Right.
Maybe I can go over there and bind his wounds to keep him from completely dying.
And you're up, Poppy.
And it's a home run.
Look, y'all are embarrassing me. You're not even effective criminals. Jesus. I want to move all the way there and provoke from number 3.
Rats. I guess we're not going to try and keep Kidnapper 27 alive.
Well, like I said, maybe throwing an acid
Sorry
bomb
about
on him
that.
wasn't the best idea.
And he's...
I think I'm going to pull out my bow and an arrow, and I'm going to tell the only one that's left is Kidnapper 3, right? Everybody else is dead or gone.
Yeah, only
I'm gonna-
3 is left.
I'm going to tell 3 to drop his weapon and cease hostilities. And then I'm going to wait to see what he does. So we have someone to question.
Does everybody else want to await the outcome of that?
Fine with me.
No. I'm gonna smack him with the hilt of my rapier. First of all, because why not, I'll go ahead and do one last burst of inspiration. Did that hit me? That hit the cultist too, didn't it? Which I wasn't trying to do. Oh, I clicked on the wrong person, so it should have been Poppy. Instead, I clicked on cultist 10. Okay, there we go. Okay. So then I'm smacking with like the butt of my rapier. That'll miss.
Okay, he's out. Uh, cultist number 3 is gonna drop his rapier and put his hands up.
So am I reading that right? Cultist 7 isn't dead. He's just laying there unconscious.
Correct.
Okay, I will move up to number 7 then. And since he looks like he's stable, I'm just going to flop him over and tie his hands behind his back so he can't take off on us.
You should grab this guy over here, Poppy.
Anyway, we can go out of combat if that's what you're gonna do.
Okay, do we need to worry about stabilizing 10?
No, I'll give you a round
Okay.
to,
So 3, 7, and 10 are technically all alive at this point. Is that correct? And 27 is dead?
Someone's got feedback.
Steph,
What?
you're transmitting constantly. Better now.
okay, so we've got
The key got stuck.
3, 7,
10.
and 10. Okay, that one's gone. These guys were highly ineffective.
No, they were good. They were good. We were okay with that.
You say we line them up like 1, 2, 3, 1 where I am, 2 where I am, 3 where I am up there. Tied up with the rope that I'm sure we have, yes?
Okay.
Okay, you managed to drag them over and get them all tied up.
I'll spend 2 charges of Cure Light Wounds to, we'll see, potentially get both of them back conscious at that point then. Apparently number 10 needs a little bit more. Alright, there we go. So it takes 3 charges. Okay. So I'd like to stand in front of 3 and say in my kindest, most diplomatic tones is, now why don't we start with this? Why don't you tell us who sent you? Diplomacy check of 20.
Okay. Give me half a minute. Okay. And you ask what again?
Why don't you tell us who sent you?
We were just following orders. You killed the guy who sent us.
Who sent him?
I didn't mean to. Well, I did, but it was before I realized I wasn't supposed to.
All I know is that he got orders, which I'm guessing come from someone at the fort, to come take you out alive.
Look, all I'm saying is that this is a busy time, and we don't really have much need of you if you can't come up with anything better than that. So for your own sake, I suggest you come up with something better.
Wait, did he just say that they came to kidnap us from the fort?
Mm-hmm.
The order came from the fort.
Who? From within the fort.
That's above my pay grade.
So how do you know it was from the fort?
Our sergeant told us so.
The sergeant being the dead person?
Yeah.
So you don't actually have any proof that it came from the fort. He could have been lying.
That is true.
Which one specifically are you interrogating right now?
The only one who actually surrendered?
So 3?
Yes.
While Eric is interrogating them, I'm going to search the body of the one that's dead and look for any correspondence, orders, keys, things that might help us access the fort or where we're going next.
You're not finding anything of, you find a couple of coins and that's about it, but nothing that would give you any definite proof.
Well, okay.
You do find a, I'm sorry, no, you do not find that.
What didn't we find?
I'll never tell.
I almost found something.
Yes, you almost found something.
Do we have any reason to believe that kidnappers 7 or 10 are important?
No, you do not.
I
The better
turn
question
to
is,
3 and
any-
say, start talking now.
That's awesome.
Look, I can't control her when she's like this. You know how it is. Like I said, we were the
He
muscle
gets
for
very
love.
excited. He's like, that's all I know, man. That's all I know. My sergeant tells me to do shit. I do shit.
Look, I believe you. I'm not sure she does, though.
You gotta help me convince her, man, because I'm telling the truth.
1 minute you're minding your own business, the next minute you've been popinated.
What do you think, Poppy?
Because this puppy don't play.
What about
What-
you at the end, wise guy? You think you know anything?
He's telling the truth, man. That's all we know. That's all we know.
Fine.
With a 16 on sense motive, do I think they're telling the truth?
Yes, you do.
Fine. I'm just
I
gonna
give
walk
Poppy
away.
a pat on the shoulder, like, I'm sorry. Next time. Next time.
You just murdered someone, Poppy.
No, it's not like someone in this group didn't murder somebody before, am I right? Got killed by the relevant revenant.
Okay.
So why don't we haul these two jokers back to the detective agency and see what we can find out.
Okay. You managed to drag them back to the detective agency, and the old lady goes, "Wow, you
Old
seem to be
lady?
the old librarian chick."
Old librarian chick? So Sadie is not old.
Yeah.
Wow,
This is
she's a hot ginger, sir. Maybe middle-aged, but not old.
yeah, it may be the Victorianish style clothing. I don't know. I just have a hard time picturing
Okay, let me
her
put it
as
this way.
being young.
Open Constable Cecil, that's old. Then look at her. You notice the lack of like gray hair or anything like that? Notice the lack of wrinkles?
Um, so anyway, she's like, you seem to be bringing us a lot of people, and what happened? Who are they?
Apparently, they're kidnappers. They claim that they were sent out from the fort. Unfortunately, their leader, he decided to drink an acid bomb or something.
He's melted.
Yes, unfortunate business that. They decided not to surrender. Well, except one who finally wised up. They're just ineffective criminals, apparently sent to try to kidnap us. Which brings to mind the question of why us specifically.
Uh, who sent them?
They claim that the only person who knows is the sergeant who's dead. They claim that the sergeant told them that the order to kidnap us originated from within the fort, though, for some reason. And now there's word, apparently, of a royal accuser who was in town who was killed.
Yes, and uh, at this moment, you see a door open down the hallway off from the room where you're at, and you see a lady exit the room, and
User
inside
joined your channel.
you can see, hey Leo.
Hello, how are you guys?
Oh, not bad.
Good.
Glad you could join us.
Me too, I'm glad to.
And as you as the lady exits the room, you get a glimpse of Winter sitting in there, and you can tell that she's visually upset. And Miss Rentz goes on to, yeah, the royal accuser, who was investigating Laos, had went out to one of his property holdings and was, you know, doing her research, her investigation out there. And she come back and she found out about the fort being closed, and her entourage went to find out what was going on, and it looks like they were all killed.
How do we know this?
Um, passerbyers, eyewitnesses at the scene.
Like she was shot from arrows from like archers on the wall or something while standing outside the front gate then?
No, the gates opened and the battle started, and no one knows for sure, but they're pretty confident that she did die.
Who was fighting her?
It was occupants from the fort.
Did it look like the normal soldiers?
That's what eyewitnesses are saying.
What do you make of it?
Right now, I don't know what to make of it. You know, there's no one here to help. Everyone's looking at answers, and you can tell that she is just really stressed out. And she goes, guys, I need to know what's going on in that fort.
Well, here's a slight problem. Unless there are colossal idiots in there, if they just keep the gate closed and have 20-foot high stone walls, I'm not sure we can really get inside the fort unless you have some ideas.
She can have a few people in assisting you and getting ladders up where you can get over the wall.
Why don't we
Do
try
you have-
hauling one of these idiots to the front gate and see what happens?
We also could use some people for a diversion on the other side if we're going to try that, so, you know, they don't see the ladder and us climbing up and they just shove it off.
Would it be worthwhile to dress as these cultists and attempt to infiltrate that way?
Or better yet, like Sith, you could try to dress as one, and then Poppy and I can pretend that like our hands are tied behind our backs and see if they open the gate to let you in with us or something.
I was gonna actually just say something similar, except both of you cultists and just me, the prisoner.
Right, because
But either
that's a good
or.
point. They would never believe that only one person could control Poppy.
The Wookiee gambit. We're going to get in the fort and we're going to jump into a garbage chute.
I love it.
I'm going to ask the cultists that we captured, how do you typically access, like, is there a passphrase or how do you get it? If you,
I don't think they came from within the fort, remember? They just said they were told the orders from the fort. They're not from the fort.
oh, well, where do the cultists hang out? I mean, are they like out of towners or do they have a hideout here or a club or they just loaf around the tavern waiting for their kidnapping orders or?
All good questions to ask.
All right, so I'll ask him let's get some more information out of this cultist in terms of, first of all, how many of them are there in the area? I mean, a few or more, like say China.
Our numbers grow daily.
That smells like bullshit.
We've got ourselves a politician.
How does the 17 tell me about his motives, sensing motive?
Hello guys, sorry I'm late. I didn't realize that the game will start earlier.
Time zone shift.
Uh,
I hate that crap.
Yeah, sorry, but to me change. I believe it's because the summertime in Brazil. I didn't realize that it was 1 hour earlier.
And yeah, if you want to go ahead and finish out your character.
It's finished already. I finished. Just import it. Can delete the others.
Oops, misfire. Ignore that.
I will only choose the spells.
I'm just saying the words you never want to hear when having an alchemist in the party are misfire, ignore that.
That probably wouldn't have hit most of you.
Those are the second worst words to hear.
All of a sudden, just half the building is on fire.
Leo,
Okay.
none of your ability scores come through.
I can see my ability scores. It's strange. I can see the score, but not the bonus. Should I import again?
Tell you what, I'm gonna delete all of them.
Yes, and I will import again.
Okay, now try it. Yeah, it worked that time.
That's better. Okay. Let me check this spell if it's already prepared. Yes, yes. It's already prepared. I'm ready.
So back to abusing this cultist. Where does he? He said. So you ask him how many. He says their numbers grow daily. Um, do they have a? Do they have a location they all? They congregate. Like where do they have their meetings or their services? When you say cultist, who does he worship? I ask him.
Very good question.
Don't make me have Poppy slap you again.
And let me make sure I spelled that right. But I am a cultist of the great and almighty Hastur.
Hastur. Does anybody have knowledge religion? I don't.
1 second, I'm reviewing some of my notes here. I mean, is that the same yellow sign cult from earlier? Was that something else? Remember the apostles had the yellow mark on their forehead?
Yes, it is.
So
Where? So where do you worship Hastur? Do you have a church? Do you worship him in a basement? Do you
is
congregate
Hastur, would that be
somewhere?
a knowledge religion check or something else?
Yeah, you can do religion on it.
Alright, what does a 24 give me on a knowledge religion check about him?
You know that he is considered one of the great old ones. Just a second. Hastur was referred to as the King in Yellow. And you know that with many of the great old ones, he's imprisoned on a distant world. You know, this is kind of getting into planar religion now. No one knows for sure what he looks like, but because he's been in prison far longer than mortal life has existed. But his manifestation is the King in Yellow, and it's a man-shaped figure draped in the tatters of yellow cloth and saffron robes. And at times, beneath these robes, you see horrifying scenes on his skin. You do know that his cult has existed for quite a long time, and religious rumor even has it that, you know, before it come to Galarian, it existed on other realms for eons.
So basically, this guy's completely nuts.
Yes, and he's evil.
Well, Lady Rents, you're currently the ranking authority figure in the town. What do you want to do with these two?
I'll put him with everybody else and see what my investigators will do. What do you all need to get into the fort?
Well, we can try the pretend we're bringing Poppy there ploy, I suppose, by ourselves. If that doesn't work out, we might need more resources. Maybe a Poppy-sized battering ram.
And we're sure that
I have a trebuchet.
Launch your Poppy into the fort.
Whee!
so if
Splat.
memory serves, the you said the walls are like 20 feet on the fort,
Mm-hmm.
and we know for sure that there's not like a back entrance, secret way entrance. And then are we ruling out like maybe trying to scale the wall at night or something? Grapple, grappling hook, heave it over, something like that, versus like a frontal thing.
That's up to you guys. How do you want to do it?
I'm just throwing all that out there. I just didn't know if I mean, I'm game for whatever you guys want to do, but I didn't know if we had a.
Let's try
Okay.
the prisoner route first. If we can get them to lower the doors and get inside, maybe we'll be fine from there. Simplest, we can just go do it right now, even.
If we're gonna do that, we may want to do like 3 of us in cultist uniforms, and then 1 person in as the prisoner.
There's 4 of us?
Ugar.
Who's Ugar?
Hasn't appeared yet. Stop metagaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's on my screen, so I assumed he was there.
About my background, what did you think? Did you read my email, GM?
No, I did not, Leo.
No, okay, it's simple. I think that I maybe was I think I maybe was believing that I was in the pile of bodies inside the asylum, but I didn't wake up until the characters leave the asylum. So I'm also don't remember my past. I don't know if you guys remember that pile of bodies in the like basement of the first level. And then I came to the city after the old characters leave the asylum, and now I'm here looking for some answers. It's simple. It's not something fancy, but
Absolutely, and we can do the introductions at the Sleepless Agency. She's like, we have someone here that shares a common fate with you. Do you
that's
know
good.
him?
That's good. That's good.
And she brings out this little dwarf. Not little dwarf, but this dwarf.
Okay.
Poppy's like, wow, he's so tall.
I may not be tall, but I'm bigger. So then, where we are, do you want to do the introductions right now or another time?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and describe yourself.
Okay, you can see a dwarf, not young, not old, middle age, with a closed face, but with an eyes that look in the not on the mundane world, but he also has a spiritual eyes that show that he have a strong faith, a strong spirit. Um, he's looking for that. That's what you can see. He have 2 big weapons with him.
Too big what?
Weapons.
What types?
The first it's a great ox and a long hammer, a dwarven long hammer. Both of them are in. You can clearly see that's are dwarven made. He also carry holy symbol in his neck and engraved on his weapon and armor. He wear a full plate armor, and as you can see, not really a talking guy. That's I believe it's the base key you can see without talking him.
Okay.
I say hello. How are you guys?
Seen better years.
Well, I just know that you guys came from the asylum. I wake up there without know where I am. Who I just remember my name.
No, you're welcome.
What do you say? You
I'm
guys
just
also
saving your ass.
you guys don't remember nothing either.
Well, I remember
Pretty
saving you
much.
from the asylum.
Hmm. I was inside under some bodies in a huge pile.
Like I said, you're welcome for, killing everything else.
Okay. What you guys are doing to find some answers?
We're gonna throw Poppy over the wall of the fort.
So right now we are where?
The detective agency. I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you want to do the prisoner style of breaking into the fort?
Seems the simplest, requires the least setup time, exposes the fewest people to risk, so.
Okay. The guys who can you guys think we can find some answers inside this fort?
Ugar, you have a pretty good idea of the current events, just in the couple of hours that you've been at the agency.
Okay.
So you know that the royal accusers have been killed, supposedly. And let me get you guys a new map.
Being killed by who?
By people in the fort.
Okay, that's a good lead.
Okay. Everybody's on combat tracker. Okay, we have a new map. And hey, you've all just donned disguises, and Poppy's going to be the prisoner.
I think that's the plan. Shouldn't we be at the front gate down there?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, stuck y'all out of the way. Just wish you were
Hey,
doing
we belong
something
here, sir. We're not going to be sneaking up like a thief in the night.
different.
Poppy's small enough, we could probably shove him through one of those arrow slits. Maybe they have a dog door.
Okay.
Also, on the way down the street, one of you should probably do the talking because my voice might be recognized. Since I was, talking a lot last time.
Who are you talking? Who's going to do the talking?
Anyone besides me.
And Poppy.
I'm not really a talking guy.
I guess I'm doing the talking then.
You can count me in battle. Any fucking battle.
Okay.
So we boldly march up to the front doors.
And
Is this the next day, or are we still on the same day?
this is the same day.
Okay.
Unless you all want to make it the next day, but
No, no reason to wait. I said no. I just need to I would reset my acid bombs if it was the next day.
yeah, and let's figure probably about now it's 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, I think we want to wait till it's darker so there's not as much of a presence.
And eventually it gets dark enough that you all feel confident that this might actually succeed. And as you get up to the fort, you notice things are very quiet.
Do we see any guards walking? I can't see a lot of this. I assume there's like a wall over the top that like guards would walk along.
Yes, you're not seeing any guards walking.
Okay, so what if we try the front doors? I assume they're locked, but it doesn't hurt to try them.
Yes, the doors are locked.
So I guess we just pound on the doors. Hello, the fort. In the name of Haster, open up.
There's no answer from inside the fort.
Okay. Suggestions?
Yeah, they have a prisoner.
Yeah, there's just no response at all. Everything is just quiet.
I have thieves' tools. Should I try to see if I can open the door? Pick the lock?
Yeah, why don't you do a disable device?
Okay. What does the 27 get me?
Miraculously, you are able to pick the lock.
All that planning, and I could have just picked the stupid lock. Okay, fine. Lock's picked. Door. We will. I'll open the door and try to see. What do I see behind it? Not whip it open, but crack it open. See if I see anything behind it. Bunch of
Oh.
dead cultists, maybe.
As you're pushing on, it's a heavy door, and it's gonna make
With
a
the
little
20
noise when you're pushing.
Do I notice anyone who seems to be like watching us or any movement or whatever?
Not coming from anywhere outside, no. And you do hear noise coming from inside the room. And as you peer around the edge of the door, you see two of these zombie-like mercenaries coming at you.
It's still loading. Give me a second.
You probably just want to close it before looking at it.
I'm on a MiFi here in a hotel room, and it sometimes Fantasy Grounds holds up for a couple seconds. There he is. I see him.
That's a well-paid zombie.
Ugly Spud.
But as you open the doors, you can see there's a long bench in the room, a small two-wheeled cart, and an attractive standing mirror. There's a faint briny smell in the air.
Where's this mirror?
We're gonna put the mirror in that corner right there. And there are several doors in the room. And roll for initiative.
So clearly our bullshit tactic isn't going to work.
Well, they're not alive, so I think that might have been one of the flaws in our plan. So I assume I'm right here pushing the doors.
Yes.
Do the doors open inward or out towards us? Am I pushing them in or am I pulling them out?
You push them in.
Interesting.
As you were picking the lock, you noticed that, this was just, that the iron crossbar that, that truly bolts the door shut was not in place. And, like they were expecting people to be able to come and go easily. Semi-easily.
Okay, well, bring it. What do they do?
And number 4 is going to come down and he's going to stop and ready in action.
Trying to move to there. And see, go be here and beat shit up.
I'm going to what's that? Hold on just a sec here. How come my guy won't move?
Tokens are locked. You drag it to where you want to go, and then Wintermute approves it.
Oh, I didn't realize we were in the. Okay, so I take and can I shoot him with an arrow? Provide in the way.
Well,
Yeah, I'll let you shoot him with an arrow. Because she had to push both doors open.
Okay.
if that thing is holding an action, I feel like shooting it with an arrow is probably not the best idea. Like there might be a slight possibility that we could still maybe convince it that we are, or that you are, cultists transporting a prisoner into the fort.
They are dead.
that's a good point. Okay, I'll hold my action. I'll be ready, but I will hold my action.
Sorry, why aren't you shooting?
Because Poppy pointed out that just because they moved doesn't mean, since they didn't attack, they may be waiting to determine if we're actually cultists or not. Although I don't know how we would prove we are.
Guys, they are
So if we're
undead.
apparently confused about retroactively with the 14, do I sense that they seem to be hostile?
Yes, you do.
I'm pretty sure a 1 is still an automatic failure.
It's not an
Yeah.
automatic failure on skill checks. And
Okay.
20 isn't an automatic success. So like I said to Poppy, go be a hero and beat shit up. They're hostile.
Okay.
Well, if we know that they're hostile, then I'll go ahead and shoot the stupid thing.
Yes. That's what you do with undeads. You don't talk with undeads.
Nailed
least-
it.
At least the most of them.
Now the undead mercenary can do something.
And he takes a swing at you and hits.
Didn't want him to do that.
I'm gonna move up there. Damn. Partially resisted. Okay.
Okay. I will cast Protection from Evil.
And what bonus does that give you?
It's a lot. 2 to
2
deflection,
against
AC,
evil, and 2
2
to saves
resistance.
resistance against evil. Do you have a ring of protection or cloak of resistance?
Not yet.
Okay.
AC 2, deflection, and saves 2 for what?
Resistance.
Can you open it?
I don't know what you're doing, Salton, but your links never work for me.
Sorry, you can't read it.
It may not be because you have the spell book open on your end.
Okay, I will try to open.
Yeah, I'm able to open it.
Is anyone else able to open it?
Nope.
Nope.
So 3 or 5 people can't open it.
What about if I drag it to you?
That works. Whatever you just did there worked.
Isn't because you have that configuration at the table that players can't share links?
I don't know, but the first link works now. Now that the second link was shared.
I believe we as player are not authorized to share links.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, is that all you're gonna do?
I cast it and let me see. Creature tilted on Poppy. He's right in front of me. I can touch him.
What are you trying to do?
I cast protection from evil on
Oh,
Poppy.
on Poppy?
Yes.
That would have been good to mention from before when you made the effect on your hoof.
That goes to Poppy.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I didn't notice that you are already adding effects.
You want to do a move action?
I will draw my hammer.
Okay.
Am I the only one that thinks it sounds like he's saying Hummer?
No, it's long hammer.
Okay.
Dwarven long hammer. Sorry. That's thing I need to improve. I definitely need to improve my English. I'm trying, guys. It isn't easy
No,
as
it's all good.
you.
It's all good.
And Poppy, he swings and misses at you because of the door.
Apparently this is relevant, so... The 15, can I tell anything about these undead mercenaries? Generally, the DC is 10 plus their CR, whatever their CR happens to be.
You can tell that they're a different type of zombies than normal.
What's different about them compared to normal zombies?
The magic used to create them.
Are they staggered like most zombies are? Because most zombies can only do a move or a standard action. They can't do both.
No, they are not staggered. You do know that they have channel resistance and damage reduction.
To everything but slashing?
Magic and slashing. You know that they're immune to cold, electric.
Magic and slashing, or magic or slashing?
Magic and that they're immune to cold, electric, and magic missile.
So they can resist slashing.
No, slashing is the only thing they take full damage from. And we don't have a single person who does slashing damage in the party.
I only need to change my weapon If you charge this information, I just draw my hammer.
Hit him
because
with a sword or axe. There you go.
yes, I have a hex. Okay.
I'll go ahead and reposition over to there. And try to smack this mercenary here. But not for much. Hang on. Why would I not do any damage there?
Apparently they have DR9.
Well, see, you did 9 earlier, when you did 14, you only subtracted 5.
Let's see.
It's
is
definitely
your-
lost 5.
Maybe they just don't like you.
With DR5, they should at least taken.
Do they have any temporary hit points from something?
No, they do not.
Maybe that zombie's just an asshole.
Let's try this again, just as a...
And you're
Little
typed
test.
as magic.
Yeah, to make sure it overcomes that part, yeah. If I remove the magic part... If I put the magic part on it, it actually does damage. If I remove the magic, why would that be the case? Because, like, isn't having a magic weapon better than not having a magic weapon, like, in every case?
Absolutely.
Is this thing trying to say it literally doesn't take damage if it is a magic weapon? That doesn't seem right. Any ideas here? Because, like, if you don't put that magic on there, it won't affect incorporeal creatures. So that's why you need to have, like, the magic thing there.
Actually, my Earthbreaker's not typed as magic.
Yeah, so if I don't type it as magic, it works correctly. If I do type it as magic, to make sure it overcomes magic DR, apparently it stops all the damage somehow.
Yeah. So let's just make him DR5 magic.
Well, that would allow... How about you try this? Just make it DR5 slashing. Because we all have magic weapons at this point, so that's irrelevant, right? None of us has a non-magic weapon, presumably. Or does Ugar have normal weapons? Are Ugar's weapons +1, or are they not magical?
Roll that damage again.
It's still doing 0 damage. If it has no word magic in it. Does it say that, like, they're immune to magic or flat out or something? How does it say it's immune to magic missile?
Here.
My weapon's magic also, and it didn't penalize me that way.
But you didn't actually put magic on it to indicate it as magical. You just says piercing. So if you hit something with magic DR, that's why, because it says immune magic. So anything that has the word magic in it, it's going to ignore entirely, which isn't supposed to be right, I assume, because I assume these are supposed to be hurt by, magical weapons, and not be immune to magical weapons, right?
So
Right.
it has DR5 2 slashing, not DR5.
Yeah, does it say,
Originally, it was magic and slashing.
so you would need to remove the immune magic part, basically.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. But that's what apparently they're trying to make it immune to magic missile, but they're all at the same time they make it immune to magical weapons and fantasy grounds. Because you remember Wintermute in Aerith, the demon town, right, with the ghosts, how people with magic weapons were doing 0 to the incorporeal, and people who had magic weapons could hit it?
Yes.
So it's like we can't avoid putting that on there in Fantasy Grounds, right? I think this is a problem between how Fantasy Grounds interprets it and how they wrote the stat block for this creature.
I agree with that. Okay, so what kind of damage did we really do?
Here, let me do that. So
If you add it all up, it's about 40. Just saying.
I think that should be correct overall.
Close enough.
I think it might, if at worst case, it's 1 damage off total. So, all right. Now that we've had that fun,
Okay, well, let me try to shoot that guy again.
you're gonna shoot from where you are.
Oh no, I was going to take a 5-foot step back.
So guys, I didn't get something. Should I use slashing
still
or
missed.
bludgeon?
Slashing.
Slashing is better. Okay.
I missed.
Okay, and number 8's gonna take a swing at Poppy. Oh.
Okay.
How many people threw buffs at me that I'm rolling at +12?
Just me.
Do that more often, please.
Five-foot step.
Do you have DR3 at this point, Poppy? Is that correct?
Yep.
Oh, right, from heavy armor.
Okay. I will use my move action to draw my great axe, and I will attack with my great. Oh, I have a swift action, so my weapon can become a blast weapon.
Okay.
It's called Sacred Weapon.
So what are you using? Sacred weapon? Okay.
Yes, I'm a effect. So I already add the effect on myself. Okay, can check if it's right. Now I will attack with my standard action. Each one is wounded. 4 or 8?
Um,
8.
both of them are wounded.
And hit. On 11 damage.
Yeah.
This is this thing where you can use it up to 5 rounds a day total.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
This is the ability that you can use 5 rounds a day total.
At 6 round, because I used one of my levels to. I have 5 times. I can use 5 times. 1 minute of duration. It's apply a sacred weapon. At 4th level, where priest gains ability to enhance one of his sacred weapon with divine power as a swift action.
Right, and then it says the War Priest can use this ability a number of rounds per day equal to his War Priest level. So a total of
Yes,
5 rounds.
Yes, 5 times I can use it.
For a total of 5 rounds.
It's the duration. It's 1 minute.
Where are you seeing that?
Let me check the test.
Yeah, I'm saying it is per round.
It's basically the Inquisitor's Bane, but a more general thing, as far as I can tell, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's around. Sorry, it's the other one's the blessing that it's 1 minute.
Okay.
You can delete it. If you can delete this effect, I already changed my. It's 1 round.
Yeah, I modified it. It'll disappear.
Yeah, the blessing. The blessing is a standard action that's added for 1 minute.
And he takes a swing at you and misses.
Which blessings do you have?
Fire and war.
Fire and water, is that what you said?
Fire and war.
Is he saying fire and water?
War.
Fire and war, okay.
War.
What is war?
I don't know if you can
Oh, war
open now.
blessing, there it is, okay, I see.
Yes, war.
You want to take your turn real quick, Eric?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just do it again. That didn't work out very well.
No, it did not.
Stupid zombies. Zombies suck.
Damn.
I will attack again.
Let the dwarf show you how it's done there, Poppy.
And
Yeah,
this.
okay.
Good job, Stumpy.
Have you considered using power tap, Poppy?
It
I do not
crossed
have
my
power
mind.
tap.
And he takes a little damage.
Damn it.
Guys, I think we are handle this battle, so I will not use more spells. What do you think, guys?
You'll notice I'm not orating. Or doing anything besides casting a buff on Poppy that'll last nearly an hour.
Yes, the spell that I cast in Pop will hand for minutes, so he will probably
I used power
stay.
attack, you happy?
No, because power attack's not set up correctly. It's actually 2 - 2 attack and +6 damage.
Isn't it improved the power attack?
It improved at level 4, yes, so it should be -2 attack and 6 damage at this point.
Well, then I will fix that.
Woo! Yay!
But
He would have missed even worse.
you can use with only power attack if you want. Don't you? I believe you can.
I'm not sure what you just said.
If he can choose use the simple versal of power attack, he can also use.
I'm not sure what you're saying. I'm
What?
sorry.
The simple power attack will give you only. Yes, no. I saw what you were saying. You can remove 1, 2 to 4 to your attack.
It
Okay.
says that it's every 4 BAB, the penalty increases by 1, the damage bonus increases by 2, or 3 with a 200 weapon. There's no choice there.
Yes, I saw it. I also have power attack. That's why I'm checking it. Oh, so I can, but there is a limit. What's the limit that I can reduce my attack?
It's based upon your BAB. What's your BAB? 3 at this point?
BB 3, yes, based on
Okay,
BB.
so it's -1 AB and +3 damage if you have a 200 weapon for you.
So I will use power attack. So we'll remove one of my. I will do it manually. Okay.
Okay.
No, do not use power attack. It's it's always give you automatic miss. That's a conclusion, guys. 2 times.
Oh, oh, that missed. Sorry, untake that out. 18 missed. How interesting. I didn't think an 18 would miss. So undo the 5 damage there. You just healed for 10, sir. That's why I said the 5. You can't just, with the damage reduction, you can't just negate it like that.
Yeah, I actually did notice that.
Trying to sneak that around us, are you? Hoping we wouldn't notice.
Apparently, you need a 19 to hit.
Apparently.
Finally, 3 rounds later.
And got a hit.
This is why I don't use power attack very often.
You would have missed even with power attack, and since you're basically doing what? Over 6. You're basically doing over
That's
twice
it.
the damage per hit when you do connect, because of the damage reduction, and because your base damage is so low.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Starting to make me think I should have buffed you instead of Poppy.
So is that.
Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
And what weapons are they using?
Long swords.
Okay.
Pop still. 18, man. Holy shit. This man strike like a bull. 18 with a long sword.
And he crit but did not confirm. But you take another heavy hit.
Already? You're gonna fucking kill me already?
You're easier to hit than Poppy.
Okay. I will step back and heal myself, man. 5-foot step. I believe I will stay back and use my action to boost strength. Whoop. Okay?
You
Okay.
don't want to heal him.
That's good. So let me see if I can apply this boost strength. Defect.
You're giving it to Poppy, right?
Yes, now you have. Now definitely should use power attack with +4 strength or +2 attack.
And number 4 takes a swing at Eric and hits.
Just press the attack. The sooner they're dead, the sooner we can heal up.
Eric, this STR effect, strength effect, is
Hey,
right?
someone got a crit.
Is it right?
That looks correct.
Good hit.
Okay. Use power attack again, Pop. Please. Let's try one more time.
Gets a hit on Poppy.
Yay.
That's it.
And there was much rejoicing.
Booyah!
Yay.
The Earth Breaker, it's a kind of a hammer,
Yes.
Yeah.
a big one. Two hand.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're up, Leo.
I have no idea what I will do.
Step up and hit it.
I'm almost dead.
You can take another hit or two, and you can probably kill it in one hit.
No, I can take at least one hit. Maybe.
The hardest you've been hit is 12. So, that means you can take 2 hits.
No, the last hit I took 19 damage.
Where do you see that?
I don't know. I remember.
That's you taking a hit for 12, and another hit for 12. Another 6. I don't see a 19 anywhere there.
Okay, so I mistake it. But I hit.
See, there you go. That's how you solve problems.
Boom.
That's good.
Boom.
A big hammer in the head. Big axe also has solved you.
Okay, and you managed to defeat the undead mercenaries, and they fall to the ground. And guys, can we take 5 minutes?
Yep.
Alright.
All
Of
right,
course.
thanks.
Thanks.